Hello, this is Rev Lorena here at Celestial Time at my office in Hartsville, Indiana. We're on day 14 of the Great Shutdown. Mhm. It's not terribly shut down because I can still be on the internet and I can still uh, get food or whatever I need to get. There are still things open, businesses are still running, just not all of them. Our environment, we are what they call the gig economy, it has tanked. you know, uh, we have to just wait it out. Some of us have other forms of income. Some of us do not have other forms of income. Our communities, wherever we are, will help. We always have. One of the things that the gig economy is kind of more aware of than the 9 to 5. I call the Cubites, the folks that go to the office and come home. We go to the office and come home or go wherever. Is that we do have a community. We do have an environment where we'll reach a helping hand out to each other, and I feel like that's going to get stronger and stronger as the days pass. Whether or not uh, Mr. Trump is correct and we will be back up and running strong by Easter, I have no idea. I certainly hope so. That would be wonderful. And I'm going to set my sights on that because Easter is about resurrection. So let's hopefully we can resurrect our life uh, by Easter, but let's do it a little bit more conscious of each other and community instead of being so much about just me first or it's all about me because that's certainly not working. Okay. Right now is we're being called to be still. Well, be still then. There's a great series out by Eckhart Tolle called The Power of Now. The first time I was introduced to it was way back when, and a fellow that I know that I love dearly gave it to me, although he had broken one of the CDs because it just interfered with everything. Oh, it was just too true for him. But I highly recommend it, and you can get it on YouTube. And I don't believe it costs anything. I believe you have to get it in sections. Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now. But if you don't have anything else to do, it might be a good now time to watch The Power of Now. Remember, everything is all right. It is all right in the power of its own consciousness. Everything is what we call divine right order. And another friend of mine used to call that, yes, ham and cheese on rye, divine right order. Um, as a matter of fact, if you'd like ham and cheese on rye, I bet you that you can manifest that in your life and anything else that you need to complete your life journey the way you set up to do it. Okay. You're not powerless. None of us are powerless. This is a plan. I had seen this coming for some time, but I didn't know exactly how it was coming down, and I'm very pleased that it isn't a whole lot worse than I thought than it could have been. I mean, we could have been bombed. We could have had a pandemic that killed on sight, no matter who it was. This this virus, it seems like it's more fear based than it actually is, deadly. Okay, so we can be thankful for that. That's not to say I'm not saying that if we could just go out and ignore it because we can't, and it's not a good idea to do that, but take the best and leave the rest. If you're stuck at home now, maybe be a little bit thankful that you have a home to be stuck in. I am. Okay. And do your best right now to be still and to know your inner self, your higher self, your higher purpose. It's a great time to meditate. It's a great time to clean the basement. It's a great time to clean the garage or anything else you've been putting off for some time. Although I'll bet you don't do it. I bet you just kind of it's kind of time to set. I feel like I'm going to get to that garage, and I'm going to get to that basement. But right now, I want to be still, and I think that it is time to do just that: to be still, stop, to reset, to allow your chakras and your energy just to settle down. And you can't do that if you're fear constantly in fear that there won't be enough tomorrow. There was enough yesterday. You're still here. So with that, I wish you guys all the very best in this quiet time. Sometimes we go uh, very difficultly into quiet. We always have to be a doing society, something to do. We got to have something to do, someplace to go, someplace to be, someplace, something. Where it reminded me of a bunch of ants scurrying around, but we don't know who the queen is. And there's some food for thought for you. If we're a bunch of ants scurrying around, bringing, trying to bring protection and goodness to the queen, who's the queen? That's something you need to think about. Who benefits from all of our drudgery, all of our coming to and fro? Um, yes, we do, but we're just part of a cog, and that is to be. That's the way it's supposed to be. We came into this life to experience third dimensional reality in such a way as we were part of a system, and we've gotten away from that. We're part of the system, all right, but we don't even know who our neighbor is. Don't, in some cases, don't know their name, and you've lived there for 10 years and you still don't know the neighbor's name. Or if you do, you don't like them because they're a threat to you. So let's get into community a little bit better. Let's get into consciousness a whole lot more. Let's spend the rest of this time that we have, I'm sure it will be over soon, in meditation or in just quiet peacefulness. And if you have kids, you're getting in touch with your kids. You're seeing that you're the parent. Sometimes that's going to be stressful. I had 4 kids. I can imagine what it'd be like to be stuck in the house with 4 kids for now 14 days. But be grateful, Americans, that you're not in Afghanistan and you don't know whether your kids are even going to live until tomorrow. So, do some crafts with them or find out who they really are instead of, and instead of just an entity running around that you need to feed, but you do, of course. This will be creative. You can come up with wonderful things to do with your children. It can't be all bad. Okay, so with that, I say farewell. Day 14, here we are. Soon to be 15, 16. I hope and pray that the president is correct and this is behind us by Easter. I don't know. He didn't say that it was going to be. He said he hoped so too. We all hope so. So if we can all put our consciousness on this will be done by Easter, I believe we can wash it out of here. Consciousness affects everything. So let it affect this virus by, we keep seeing it with all these little nubbies on it. So let's, when we think of this virus, picture it without any nubbies. Picture it just smooth and it can't attach to anything and off it goes. So each time you think about it, think of it as a smooth thing because I see they seem to be projecting it. Every time you open up the internet, you're seeing it. And when you see that, you plant it in your consciousness. And I cannot believe that they don't know that. I'm sure they do. But every time I look at it, I see all those little nubbies just falling off and it cannot attach itself to anything. So I invite you to do that with me whenever you see it. Okay? And for now, farewell. I hope you have a pleasant and wonderful rest of the day. Be peaceful and know that you are God. At least God in manifest part of God. So thank you so much. Bye now.